Hi guys, it's Mari.
Hi, this is Misa.
It's my friend Misa. She's my guest today. Yay! Today, I'm gonna ask a few questions about Misa. I met Misa when I went on a hiking meetup. Actually, in the previous video, we went to pub to do karaoke together.
Yeah.
Misa, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi guys, my name is Misa. I'm from China and I've been in New Zealand about 1 year. I came here for study early childhood education.
Right. So, what made you choose New Zealand?
Before I made up my mind to study abroad, because I was a bit tired of the life or the work in China. Yeah, and the life pace was very fast. The stress and pressure on work quite overwhelmed me. Yeah, so after working several years, I just feel like I need to change another kind of lifestyle. Yeah, so I did some research on the internet. Actually, I compared several countries, like the Canada, Australia, New Zealand.
Yeah. I mean, when I first decided which country should I go on working holiday, Canada, New Zealand, Australia came up my mind, but same reason. I don't like cold weather, although I'm going to Canada.
Yeah. The migration policy is much stricter in Australia than in New Zealand. They have like stricter requirements for language or your work experience.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose New Zealand.
Yeah.
The climate is also one of the reasons I chose New Zealand. Yeah. It's not very cold in winter, not very hot in summer.
Yeah. I would say slightly warmer in Australia, depends on the place, because Australia is massive.
Yeah.
Even like people choose to New Zealand, to live in New Zealand, they're hoping to move to Australia someday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a really good strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said when you were in China, you've been working for many years, and then one day or at some point you came to the point that I don't want to work. I don't want to carry on this crazy kind of fast-paced lifestyle anymore.
Yeah.
I gotta change. I gotta change the country or the environment.
Yeah.
So you started doing the research.
Yeah.
And then you came here last August.
Last year, yeah.
2019.
Yeah. Actually, I came here. First of all, I came here to visit my friend. One of my friends. She lived in Hamilton.
Right.
Then I travel with her around New Zealand, and it's like a trial to see if I like the lifestyle here or not. Yeah. Do some traveling, and then I decided, I think this place is good for me. Yeah. So I applied for a language school.
Yeah,
because I need to do some.
Yeah. It's like, choosing the flat you live. It's great, looks great on the picture, but when you actually visit, some of them are not as good as the pictures. So it's a good idea to see the country and see if you like or not beforehand.
Yeah.
That's very clever, I think. How long did you prepare until you start your study?
I spent almost 1 year on preparing the course. I also, asked some advice from an agent, suggested me to take the consideration of my education background. It would be better to take an early childhood education because I studied education in China. But the language requirement of the education course is, I think it's the highest one. I need to get an 7 in every module of IELTS. Yeah.
So just to explain a little bit about what she is talking about, she is at the moment studying early childhood education, and in New Zealand, if you want to study that course, the IELTS requirement is about 7.0, like you said.
7.0 overall, and you also need to have 7.0 in every section.
Did you hear that? So, for example, writing, if your writing is 6.0, you're not entitled to study it. So it's quite difficult, right?
Yeah. It's quite difficult. So I I went to a language school. I did some preparation for the IELTS test. Actually, I attempted about 4 times in
4 times?
in IELTS
Yes,
test.
because 7.0 overall, not overall, but every score is really,
Yeah, every
really
score,
difficult.
I've never get a band 7 in writing.
Writing is most difficult.
It was really difficult for me. And then I made up my mind to change to take another test. As I mentioned before,
Yes.
PTE is a Pearson test of English.
Pearson test of English?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Easier than IELTS, I can say. If you need a very high score in writing, you think the reading and listening is more difficult than IELTS.
So reading and listening in PTE, is more difficult than IELTS in Misa's opinion.
Yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But the writing and speaking easier than IELTS. I think.
see.
Yeah. That's why it took me such a long time to prepare to get the language requirement.
Yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
I mean, it's kind of stressful when you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a course you want to take, but in order to start studying, you need to achieve really high score with English scores. And then you never know how long it's going to take. And the fee for the exam is quite expensive as well.
It's quite expensive. The longer it takes, you feel more stressful.
So the course you're taking is 1 year, right?
Actually, it's 1.3 years.
1.3 years.
Yeah.
And then how much is the tuition you paid?
The tuition fee is about 19,000 New Zealand dollars.
19,000 New Zealand dollars. For 1 year and 3 months.
Yeah, for international students.
It's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's comparatively cheaper than other universities.
Other universities?
Yeah, I'm studying in the college.
College?
Yeah.
Oh, right. So if you study university in New Zealand, it's more expensive than studying at the college?
Yeah.
I see. Did you feel nervous when you paid it?
Yeah.
So before you applied for the course, did you have any concerns about the tuition or the cost of living or anything about living in New Zealand?
Yeah. The cost of living in New Zealand is quite high. Yeah. It's higher than I expected. Yeah.
The food here is quite
yeah.
expensive.
Food and petrol.
Yeah, she has a car actually.
And my friend, last year, one of my friends came to visit me from China. She's been traveled to many countries around the world. She thinks the living cost in New Zealand is much higher than
any other countries.
Yeah, even expensive than in the US, in the Australia.
Wow.
Yeah. Is
I
it what you
don't
think?
remember.
Because you've lived in the UK and in Australia?
Yeah, well, housing probably UK is more expensive, depends on the area, but London, for example, is definitely expensive.
Yeah.
But the cost for the food probably here is more expensive than the UK.
Yeah.
That's what I had to. Misa, you've been here about a year already,
Yeah.
since 2019 August. How's your life so far?
Not bad. Yeah. This year I started to go hiking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I hike quite often.
She
Almost every weekend. And there is a saying that New Zealand is a paradise for outdoor activities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they call I forgot the word. What is that? Jumping? Oh, I forgot. Bumping? No. Tramping.
Tramping.
Yeah.
Yeah, tramping.
Country of hiking.
Yeah.
Or tramping.
Yeah, tramping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I started hiking, and that's how we met.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have any other hobbies other than hiking?
Yeah. I also like to attend gigs.
What's that?
Like the music concerts.
Oh,
Live
gigs.
music,
Yeah. We went to the, what was that? Jazz concert together before?
The jazz concert.
I mean, after the first lockdown and before the second lockdown. So how's your course going so far? Is it you need to go to the campus or do you need to most of the time study by yourself online?
Yeah, we spent most of the time study by ourselves. Yeah, by the from the online course.
I called it COVID-friendly.
Yeah.
How did you find it? Is it difficult for you to handle it?
Since I've graduated from the university for several years, so it's quite a challenge for me to go back to study. Yeah, and this course required me to study by myself. So I think I need to have a very good time management. Also have to be good self-controlled. Yeah.
When you think about it, you don't have to go to the campus often, which means you are the one who control everything.
Nowadays we have the internet, the social media, the mobile phone.
So many distractions.
Too much distractions.
Yeah. So I'm curious. When you first decided to come to New Zealand, did you think about getting PR, permanent residency?
Permanent residency is one of the things that I considered before I came to New Zealand. In New Zealand is quite a shortage in teacher.
Yeah, Canada as well.
Yeah, including early child teacher.
Yeah, I think it's everywhere. Even in Japan, there's a shortage of child care.
Yeah.
When it comes to visa, work permit, can you get something like post-graduation work permit?
Yeah, after my graduation, I can get. I think it's 2 years. 2 years open work visa.
2 years?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
2 years open work visa.
that's interesting. I did some research about Canada, and what I found is if you study for 1 year, or 1.3 in your case, you can get only 1 year post-graduation. And if you study 2 years, you can get 3 years. But here you said only 1 year and you can get 2 years.
Yeah, it's because I can be a registered teacher after graduation.
Yeah.
That's why I can have a 2 years open work visa. If, for example, if I study like management or accountant, maybe I'll get 1 year open work visa.
Oh, so not necessarily because of the length you study, but depends on the course as well.
Yeah.
Oh. So your plan is after graduation working for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then hopefully to apply for PR.
Yeah. If
That's
I
cool.
meet the requirements, because the requirements of the immigration policies keep changing every year.
Yeah.
And it's being stricter and stricter.
Thank you very much, Misa.
Thank you, Mari.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.